he's kind of severe.
It's a little. Hello, friends. Hugh Kellenberger, Dustin Dopirak, coming to you live from the Crown Plaza near the O'Hare Airport in Chicago. A hotel room that looks like a Pottery Barn threw up. The laptop is actually on a blue desk. It is a Carolina blue, if you will, and we also, as you can tell, have more lights than you can imagine.
We could possibly
including if we tilt Dustin, you can see it, Dustin, if you move your head slightly. Other way. You see there are other way. You're blocking it now. There's a light on the headboard.
Yeah.
In a hotel room, it's a little much, and we're gonna stop there because it's a children's show.
It is.
Anyways, we are actually here because in addition to our love of Chicago style deep dish pizza, we
got media day tomorrow.
We drive to Chicago to talk to Tom Green.
Exactly. Why wouldn't you go that far to talk to Tom Green?
I mean, I would go much farther.
And I would too. And to talk to other people as well. Tom Izzo will be here. Bo Ryan will be here. That in and of itself is worth 5 hours in a van.
Fran McCaffrey.
What's that?
Fran McCaffrey.
Fran McCaffrey is a good quote.
Well, he is. I dealt with him when he was at UNC Greensboro.
Mm-hmm. I dealt with him when he was in Siena. So he's entertaining. I'm kind of looking forward to that.
Yeah, I mean, he's the only new Big Ten coach, but a lot of players too. Christian Wofford, Maurice Creek, and Verdell Jones are all representing Indiana.
Indeed. This gives me a chance to bother Maurice Creek for a long period of time. I hope he's ready for this.
And they're not allowed to get up and leave.
Yeah, I know, exactly. And JD can't make them.
JD can't come in
and tell them that they need to go buy Christmas presents.
Oh.
I had to take it there. Sorry, JD.
It's bad.
Anyway,
Dustin, what are you hoping to learn from tomorrow?
As much as I can about everybody. We haven't really had a chance to sit down with players in about a month or so to really kind of get their their thoughts. I mean, it's probably been a few minutes here and there, but they did kind of have a sit down back in August, and this will kind of be the next one where we really get to find out more from them about how the last couple months has been. Then we get to talk about get to talk to everybody else about kind of where their teams are going in. Obviously, you're finding out about official visits.
Yeah, I'm going to talk to people about official visits tomorrow.
We'll see where
Indiana may have an official visitor this weekend.
There's a tall kid.
Austin Etherington and maybe somebody else.
I heard he's tall.
He's from Southern Indiana. I know that.
He is from Southern Indiana.
He may have had some other visits this week this month that were fairly high publicized and concerned a lot of Indiana fans.
Indeed.
And there may or may not be an Indianapolis area radio show host, but
who says it's a done deal,
pumping up his ratings by continuing to talk about said prospect. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so I'll be talking
Hugh,
about
not afraid to take shots at other media members.
Well, no, it's good. It's good. We talk about Cody Zeller so much.
This is true. It's
absolutely the story.
It is the story. It is the story.
Absolutely the story. And he's doing exactly what you're supposed to do on radio, which is tease the hell out of it for 2 hours.
Good point.
And he's doing nothing wrong. He's doing absolutely nothing wrong. He's doing what he's supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
We go on the beginning of shows. Cody Zeller goes on at the end.
This is true. This is how you.
They don't tease Dustin Dopirak and Hugh Kellenberger for multiple breaks.
No, they don't. No, not at all. They don't tell anybody we're even coming on because they might ditch the show.
Right. Yeah. Anyways, back to official visits. I'm going to talk to a bunch of guys. Basically, what did they get out of their official visits? Who has the best official visits? What are the best parts of an official visit? What kind of steak did you order at the restaurant? I asked the guys, what did they think of Yanko's? I think that's supposedly the official visit steakhouse.
So we've been told.
So we've been told.
And it makes sense because that's where I would take people.
Yeah, I mean, if I could buy a meal for a 17-year-old and try to convince him to come to my college for the next 4 years, I'd take him to Yanko's. I mean, that makes absolute perfect sense.
It does. Yeah.
I mean.
Okay. Yeah. Good point. I mean, yeah.
I mean, it's the place.
Exactly.
Anyways, but it should be interesting to kind of figure out, what can IU do and what can't they do?
Right.
What are they allowed to pay for? What are they not allowed to pay for? What lines? How many visitors? Is it an unlimited amount of visitors that they can have per year?
I think that's unlimited. I think obviously the kid can only take one.
Well, the kid can only take one, but can Tom Crean bring in 30 different kids for an official visit, or does he have in his budget, does somebody from the athletics department say, Tom, you only got 3 left this year.
You spent way too much money on steak and hotels this year, so
right,
got to cut it down.
I mean, it's So I thought it'd be interesting, kind of a different take on perspective.
It's good
since we're getting nothing out of the Washington camp, so it's not like we have a lot of new information to report there. So might as well report on the periphery. Dustin, of course, will badger the hell out of Maurice Creek,
right,
and Tom Green,
and other people. I'll spread it around. I'll find a way to bother Tom Izzo and Bo Ryan and those kind of guys just to do it. I'm interested. A lot of stuff comes out at this point is all Big Ten and your top 3 teams and everything like that. What are you thinking, Hugh? Where do you kind of have everybody set this year?
I did a preseason power poll a couple weeks ago on the Scoop. I thought Purdue was number 1 the whole summer. I think Robbie Hummel's injury dropped them down to number 3. I think Michigan State's now the best team. They've just had the most success. Those are guys that know how to win. They have some question marks, but I think they'll fill the. I think the guys they lost they can fill with the freshmen. Yeah. And I think the most important thing of college basketball right now is if you have a veteran team that knows how to win, that's going to carry you a long way.
Absolutely. And this team, I mean, what Izzo's managed to do over there is just unbelievable. I mean, it really is.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
there's these past 2, especially his first Final Four team of this particular
run. Yeah.
2 years ago, you really didn't think that team was going that far. I mean, I can't remember what seed they were, but it's amazing just kind of what he's managed to do. You just beat the daylights out of them during non-conference, schedule as many tough games as you can, just put them in as many tough situations as possible.
And they're ready.
And they're ready more than any other team.
And he recruits kids that fit what he does, and he recruits kids that are going to take what he's going to do to them, and are going to be ready in March. And that's just as important.
Exactly.
Number 2, I have Ohio State. Dust, do you agree?
That's you have to, I think, because they still have so much talent left even without Turner. Buford really impresses me. I voted for him all preseason, all Big Ten, and I was kind of surprised. A colleague of ours, Mike Rothstein, did a poll for AnnArbor.com, and I think I was the only one who voted for Buford and the all Big Ten team. So I'm a little bit surprised. I think he's going to be really good because I think he's going to get a chance to do a lot that he maybe didn't have a chance to do with Turner. Not that he didn't get opportunities, because they all got opportunities. Everything opened up for Lighty and and Diebler and everything. But I think Buford kind of becomes the guy on that team, at least from a wing perspective. And then you put Sullinger in there. They haven't had that. They've had a low post presence in Dallas Lauderdale, but it's not the same. I mean,
he'll be the best low post guy they've had since Odin.
Yeah. Definitely.
I think he's better than what B.J. Moles and Kofos were for their 1 year on campus.
Sure. And he might. I mean, there are ways in which he will not come close to Odin, but there will be ways in which he's better than Odin. I think even
I think he's absolutely more athletic.
Back to the basket scorer standpoint,
right?
He might be better. Odin, I don't think there's not a lot of people that, as college players, you could be better. That were better defensively down low than Odin.
He's a different player, but the big thing actually, Aaron Kraft, the freshman, may be more important to them in a lot of ways because they need somebody to play the point guard.
True. They do.
That's kind of their one question mark. Purdue's question marks obviously Robbie Hummel. I think that how it happened now, where you get the entire preseason and the non-conference schedule to figure it out. I think they're going to become a lot faster of a team. I think they're really going to hand the ball to each one more. Tyrone Johnson and say, "Boys, go."
Yeah, I think Tyrone Johnson's going to play a lot.
Yeah, I think he was going to play a lot before, but I think his role becomes a lot more important.
They needed a guy like that. They needed a guy like that to begin with, just with Kramer gone.
Yeah.
Because as much as it definitely was a hit for them when Hummel got hurt last year, Kramer did a lot for that team to keep to keep it together. Obviously Moore and Johnson were good in general, but you could rely on Kramer to do certain things, and especially even when they played Indiana, Kramer just locked up Christian Watford, who he was giving up 4 or 5 inches to. And that's the sort of stuff he did, so that's kind of the stuff you're going to have to ask Johnson to do. But I think Johnson has more ability to score and do some other things. I mean, that guy's got a lot of skills.
All right, rapid fire, Dustin. Got a minute left. All right, really quick. Most surprising team in the Big Ten. One team named no explanation.
Wisconsin, because they always are.
Most disappointing.
Illinois.
Coach on the hot seat.
God, Tubby. No.
Tubby?
Tubby, maybe.
Ed DeChellis.
Oh, how did I miss that?
Come on, Ed
It's always Ed. I went to school.
It's always
I should know this.
It's
always the Penn State.
It'll be 2015. It'll be Ed DeChellis.
Ed will still be on the hot seat.
Coach of the year.
Izzo.
You think?
Either Izzo or Bo Ryan. It's always one of the two.
Yeah, but people expect. I will go Bo Ryan.
Right.
Maybe Tom Crean.
Maybe Tom Crean.
If he can get Indiana to the top half, it will be Tom Crean.
It will be Tom Crean if he can get him to the top half. I don't know if he can get him to the top half. That's not ripping him. That's not ripping him.
I have him 7th right now.
It's a good league.
It's a really good league, and we're going to find that out tomorrow.
Yep.
And we will report back. Thanks for watching.
Yep.